So a recession is likely, and by the way, this is my second prediction. A recession defined as slowing growth to zero growth for 2 consecutive quarters. This is a pretty bold prediction because any of the folks on that are following GDP, it's been quite strong. Q3 GDP was really strong. And so this is really stepping out. And by the way, I was also wrong about this last year. And so for those who want to hold me accountable, that's why we went down in our accuracy. And it's because I thought there'd be a recession this year. I was wrong about that. Um, Primarily, I think, because as much as the Fed was trying to reduce the money supply, M1, M2, Congress was actually using fiscal stimulus pretty aggressively throughout the year. The CHIPS Act, the Infrastructure Act, there were a lot of things coming out of DC that were very different than what the Fed was trying to do. That's also why that's an exogenous variable I can't account for. If they do that again next year, I'll be wrong about this again. That's tough to predict. I can tell you they probably shouldn't. That's my opinion, but that doesn't mean they won't. So here we're looking at credit card delinquencies and housing delinquencies, and it's not a great graph to look at. Obviously, you're seeing that they're ticking up. It shouldn't surprise you, because if you think about the cost of finance homes, if you didn't lock your rate, it kind of went from 3.5 to 7.5. Credit cards a little bit more. Let's say 500-600 basis points, or 5 or 6% more to finance the credit card debt. Same with cars. Cars kind of went from 4 to 9. And so my point here is, if the value of these assets haven't gone down, and home values haven't gone down, and car values haven't gone down, and it's costing really double to finance, I don't see how the math works. I understand people are making more in wages, but not enough to offset those massive expense differences. So it's fine if you're in kind of the top 5% of earners, but if you're not, it could be very difficult to continue to have the same level of lifestyle, and so people tend to trade down and they make other decisions. And we have to keep in mind the U.S. is a 68% consumption-driven economy, and so that's where our GDP is coming from. And so anything that's going to affect the behavior of a consumer will ultimately affect the GDP and the growth of an economy. And I don't think we get out of this without paying the piper at some level. And so that's my prediction. In exactly 12 months, you can hold me accountable to that. Okay.